Hello again everyone, and welcome to another video from the Canal Sidings Model Railway channel. This will be short. It wasn't intended to be this as my next video. What I was intending was to try and get some automatic braking and a signal working, but as I alluded to at the end of my last video when we were looking at speed measurements, there was a problem which I needed to address. And when I looked further into it, it was more of a serious problem. And I have actually subsequently rewritten all of my speed measurement code and reorganised all the interrupts and got the system working the way I really want it working. And we'll look into that, and then I'll just tell you what I had to do. And in the video, so in the links at the bottom, sorry, in the description at the bottom, I will put a link to the latest code and the descriptions of it and how to install it on an Arduino. So what you're looking at the moment is what I call the full system, which has got all of my I/O on it that allows the ABC to be switched on and off. This is in the bottom left hand corner, right hand corner. Allows the ABC to be switched on and off, and allows the signals to be set to red. You'll notice that I now have the ability to set the signals on the relief line to red as well. That is because I have added an I/O expander. But that isn't necessary for speed measurement, and I have another version of the software, well, another build of the software, which will automatically be the one that comes up on what you can download. And that will be a minimum system which doesn't have the ABC area or the red area. So that part of the screen is blank. The rest of the screen looks exactly the same. And would actually run on a 16:2 LCD if you wanted it to. However, that's beyond the scope of this video and beyond the scope of what I'm trying to do. So we'll have a look at it measuring speed. The speeds were pretty accurate last time, but there was the potential for small inaccuracies and ultimately totally stupid measurements. And probably complete mayhem if there had been multiple trains running on multiple tracks. So I have fixed all of that, I hope. I don't have multiple tracks that I can run multiple trains on yet, but that will be tried once I get all my tracks laid. And if I find there's a problem, I can fix the Arduino code again. But for now, as far as I'm aware, this all works. So first of all, we'll get a train running. Now what I should mention is quite a long time ago I did a video about various locos that I was playing with and putting sound and all that sort of thing into. And one of the things I was playing with was an old Lima Virgin Cross Country HST. And I had a dummy car and a power car, and had obtained the parts to turn the dummy car into a power car, but I could never get the two cars to run nicely together or to run at anything like similar speeds. What I have done recently, and this goes back about 3 videos, to use, I have been using these little CD motors, these little round motors. And I have put one of those into each of the Virgin power cars, and they are now very well matched. I am surprised how well they match, and they run a treat. So I haven't got DCC in them yet, we're still on DC, but that's the train you'll see running, and you will also see just how long it is compared to the measurement section, which was what I was worried about. One of the things I was worried about, a train longer than the measurement section would give me a particular problem, which meant it would start a new measurement before it should. This doesn't do that now. And what you'll see is that when the screen updates, when the the speed updates, the front of the train will again be way down to the right hand side of the picture, which I'll point to. It'll be way down there. This is the start sensor, and you'll see that there's a lot more train to go past the start sensor after the speed appears on the display. And that was going to be a real problem, but it isn't anymore. That's one thing fixed. The other thing that I discovered was that the way I was generating the actual interrupt pulses from the outside world from up to 6 sensors was, well, okay, absolute rubbish. The hardware that I put together was woefully inadequate. And I have now rebuilt that, and I now use a new capability that many Arduino users may know nothing about, and it's called pin change interrupt, which allows you to put interrupts on any Arduino pin. So I now use 6 Arduino pins for 6 sensors to get 6 interrupts. Must use interrupts because we need accurate time measurement. Anyway, I'll run the HST now and you can see it working, and I shall then wind the video up because there's nothing else to say. Hopefully the next video, which will take a little while because I haven't even started on modifying the signal Arduino code yet, but that will be modified and we will see if we can get a signal working and a train stopping when it's red and starting when it goes yellow or green again. But that's a little way off. Let's just have a look at this. I'll say goodbye now and thanks for watching. I'll give it a few runs round and then I'll close the video. Bye.